Hey everybody, welcome to the Bumbling Golfer Podcast. This is episode number 15. It's been a little bit. I seem to start most of the podcast with that. However, life has been a little busy lately. So one of the big challenges I've had is a my computer. We'll just say that. So I'm officially a Mac person at this point. I'm actually videoing this on my MacBook that I got, and it's not very often I treat myself to something, but this was one of them things. It's great already for editing videos for the YouTube channel. Those of you listening here, just the podcast, there is a YouTube channel. If you go check it out, that would be great. If you could like and subscribe, that would be awesome. Last podcast I did was kind of give you an update where I was at and the things I had going on. So just more of the same of that, working every day. I have a job that I really love. Um, I've been spending a lot of time golfing. I did a lot of golfing over the last several months. It's now, as of today, it is September 8th. And yeah, I played a bunch of golf. So that being said, uh, a bunch of golf, actually a bunch of good golf, some poor, some really bad golf in there. But one of the things I want to talk about here, actually, the main thing I want to talk about here is handicap. So my handicap index is the lowest it's been, I believe, ever. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's like a great handicap, but it's my handicap. And one of the things that I pride myself on is really making sure that when I go out and I play golf, it's honest golf. And I've been doing that. So my handicap tracker, let me see if I can find it here. Um, but my handicap has gone from like a 13, I don't know, 13 something. Let me see if I can find my scores. But currently I'm an 8.4. Now I had a stretch goal of getting to I wanted to be a single digit. That was not my stretch goal. That was my initial goal. My stretch goal has been to get to a 7 point something, whether it's a 7.99, whether it's a 7 point, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is. And it's actually in sight. Now, the scoring piece for me is is hard because I play different courses. I don't play the same course every single week, every single time I play. I go out and I play what I think is fairly good golf when I um when I go out and play. So I'll read some of my scores here. It hasn't been great. I'm going to read these off of my 18 birdies because I do actually record all of my rounds. So I've played 63 different courses. Now this is throughout like my entire 18 birdies experience. But let me see if I can find by date, which I think it's on. Um, but I've played some pretty good golf. I played some pretty poor golf. So just shot my lowest of the year at Ravensclaw Golf Club in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. And Ravensclaw is a great track. It's a great place to go, great place to, it's always well maintained. It's just a great place to go and play. It's not a place where you can spray it a whole lot. You can play reasonably well if you hit the ball around a little bit, but it's not one of those courses where you go and can just block it or duck hook it or whatever the case is. So um I'm trying to find this, but anyway, my low round of 75 at Ravensclaw was a lot of fun for me. And that put me at 4 over. So it was a 75 par 71 course. And fairways hit was 71%. Greens in regulation was 66.7%. I made 12 pars that day, which was outstanding. I had one birdie, um, and uh, five, yeah, five bogeys. One of my struggles lately has been par fives. I just don't hit the ball as long as I used to, and that is starting to kind of creep into my mind a little bit. I normally like to play, and by the way, I played the whites that day, um, which I'll have to look at what the yardage was. It wasn't impressively long, but I hit good golf shots. So my handicap right now is an 8.4. I believe I was a 13 point, I want to say 13.8 in the beginning of the year. But that kind of segues into, Scramble House of Golf. Scramble House of Golf, Justin Reines and team, John King, really helped me out. They've helped me out for the last year, actually probably 2 years. Go give them a follow on Instagram. It's at Scramble House KOP. On Instagram, it's a great follow. Justin is a great guy. He's the top. I would put him up against any player developer in the country. He's not PGA certified, but if you go listen to his podcast, you'll understand exactly why that is the case. Also, shout out to Acorn Hills. Shout out to Nate, doing big things in his senior year of college. Um, yeah, just really impressed with the way he handles himself, way he handles his business. Also, you're really proud to wear the brand. Nate, thank you for trusting me as an ambassador. Uh, I wear only Acorn Hills gear, uh, or it's just blank if everything's dirty because I've been playing so much golf. But Acorn Hills, be sure to visit acornhillsco.com. Use the code Bumble15 at checkout, get 15% off your entire order. It's a great company. Go out, check it out. It's just a lot of fun. So, anyway, getting back to the handicap, getting back to the scoring piece. I play with a lot of people that say that they're a handicap this or a handicap that. They're really not because they don't have a USGA handicap. And it's not really that big of a deal if you don't want to go play competitively. If you don't have a handicap, you should probably have one. If you want to go out and play competitively, and even if you have a competitive match with one of your friends, you can use your handicap and you can do different things with that. You can play different games. You can play in golf association matches. You can play in club matches. You can play in member guests. You can like, there's a lot of different things that you can do. Sorry, my printer. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but my printer's shutting off. Um, so yeah, go get yourself a handicap. So anyway, my handicap is down to an 8.4. I think I have enough time if I play enough golf. I don't know, when does the season end? I'll look that up right now, but I feel like I have enough in me to be able to go play um good enough golf. It's the fall. Today was a perfect day to go play golf. I did not. I went to the Scramble House and I'm just continuously working on my game. I'm working on my putting. Shout out to again Scramble House just for having um a great practice area, a true practice area, a temperature controlled practice area so you can go and you can really try to understand more about your swing. Um it's important for you uh it's important for you to be able to practice the right way in a controlled environment so you know that what you're doing um is actually working. So I've been working on my putting as well. And one of the really interesting parts of it is I changed my putter. So those of you who actually watch my YouTube videos, first of all, I appreciate it. I have some really cool stuff coming up. I've played some really great golf courses. I actually have a couple on there, the Catskills in New York. And I'll just say that I don't know if they call it upstate New York. I should really give a shout out to the upstate golf guys here on the Golfer Gang Network. So again, another plug. Go check out Golfer Gang Network. Lots of content, lots of podcasts on there. Really great guests. They do everything from PGA to um, interviewing different people. It's very different than my podcast. My podcast is really about me and what I think is working for me from an amateur perspective. You can come along with the ride on the ride with me if you'd like. You don't have to. That's okay. But the Catskills in New York, uh, it, I'm I'm a little speechless at times when I talk about it. When I do, it's just unreal. The mountain courses. So there are people that are into um, link style courses. There are people that are into, I don't know. I don't know how many different kind of golf courses there are, but there's link style, there's like regular, there's like stadium. I don't know all of them. All I know is this. For me, I love target golf. I love it because I like to be able to pick out a spot and hit it, pick out another spot and hit it. I don't need to bomb a drive down the fairway. I would rather be 150 yards and in, maybe 150 to like 85 yards in, and I'm just dialed right now. And I'm even hitting my longer irons pretty good. So even I'd say even up to like 170, I'm pretty good. Driver is just working out incredibly well. It's the best I've ever hit my driver ever is right now. I give a lot of credit to my driver, which is a Tour Edge 7 or a Tour Edge C723. Low spinning, dead straight, perfect weighting. I love it. I went out and I talked about this before. I don't need to really get into it that much, but my game is really solid. I'm learning how to putt again at the Scramble House. So I got a lesson. I got a lesson in putting. I was told how terrible it was. And to be honest with you, I needed to hear that. I needed to understand what it looked like and how my putting stroke could be better and how the ball needs to roll and things like that. I also got a new to me putter. So on the putting stroke itself, I was using the claw grip for a long time, probably for a little over a year. It felt comfortable. It was one of them things where I felt like my wrists weren't moving. I wasn't getting, handsy with it. I was just hitting putts relatively well. I've been looking for a new putter and I found one. I was on Facebook Marketplace one night and before I went to bed and I looked and there was a Seymour putter and it's the old style Seymour putter. And I looked at who was selling it because I wanted to buy it and it was one of my buddies, Anthony from the Scramble House. Shout out, Ant. I appreciate that. So I bought it and I was using the claw grip. And when I was using the claw grip, it felt better. It felt better. I'll tell you what, the quality of the club face versus what I had, you can really tell when you hit it. And again, technology, I know that's older technology, but like the weighting on it just feels right. And then I was going to cut it, or I wasn't going to cut it down. I think we were going to lengthen it. I wanted it lengthened, and I reached out to again at Scramble House, Kevy's Customs, my buddy Kevin there, and he measured me for a putter, and it was the exact length of what my current putter is. So, really struggled, and then one night I got into a conversation, and I was talking about how bad my putting was, and I was super frustrated with it, and there's a member at the Scramble House who is infatuated with putting. He's infatuated not only with putting, but putters, and more so like Scotty Cameron. And this individual has gone to see Scotty Cameron several times. So I was told just, hey, when he's here, not Scotty Cameron, the gentleman who goes to see Scotty Cameron, when he's here, ask him just for putting stroke. He will literally sit on the ground and show you what to do and all that. He gave me a 5 minute, maybe. If it was 5 minutes, it was 25 hours. 5 minutes, he stood there with me and expressed to me, he goes, look, if you do this and you do this and you do this, this will happen. And he asked me about how I putt. And I was like, I want to try to be like a pendulum. He said, well, he said he putts with his back. And he showed me what he does. And it was exactly the kind of stroke that I thought I was doing, but I wasn't. So long story short, got a new putter, got pretty dialed in. My putting has gotten better. So a lot more two putts, a lot less three putts, 3+ putts. Still have some here and there, depending on the course, and also depending on the pin placement. But yeah, so anyway, my handicap has dropped because of all of these things. And it dropped, I mean, almost 5 full strokes. It might be almost 5 full strokes. So it was probably around a 13.3. But it took an entire year. It took an entire year for me to understand how everything goes and how the golf swing is supposed to go. my balance, and this is, I don't really toot my own horn really ever for anything, but I watch my videos as I am editing them, and my balance is so good. My ball striking is so good. I've been watching different, uh, some different people, not many different people, but some different people. And I'm saying and an awful lot here. I apologize for that. So I watched Justin, my swing coach's videos, and it took for me a little bit to understand that I was, when you talk about weight, right or left, I was neutral to probably more biased to my right side, which is not what you, well, let's just say it's not what I need for a golf swing. I need to be definitely not neutral, more front heavy on my front foot, which would be my left foot because I'm a left-handed golf or right-handed golfer. And that has made the world of difference for me. I am able to hit down on the ball. I am stopping a ball on the green. In some instances, and this is something new to me, I'm spinning the ball back off the green, which is not perfect for me because I've never really been able to spin the ball. So, new technology. Again, I'm using the Seed Zero Two golf balls. Really work really, really well for me. I've hit a couple other golf balls, still not comfortable with them. So, yeah. So handicaps, get yourself one. It'll make a difference. You can see your progress. You can measure your rounds. You can use, I think I don't use their GPS. There might be one, but I don't use that. I use 18 birdies. And I'm actually starting to get a lot more comfortable with my rangefinder. I think I need to upgrade to a better one. This was like my first one that I've ever had, so just a little bit different. Not bad, just different. I've used some other ones from some people that I've played with, and they're a lot more comfortable, a lot more easy. I guess user friendly. The only I would say the only advantage that I have using my rangefinder is that it just runs. I think it runs off of AAA batteries or AA batteries, and they last a long time, almost an entire season. And they're reasonable. So yeah, get yourself a handicap. Go out, get yourself a handicap. Um, you know, it's not necessarily only for competitive golf either. It's just not. It's for really tracking if you want to track your scores, if you want to track your improvement. Look, whether you're progressing or regressing as a golfer, you can adjust, you can adapt and you can pivot on different things. My game has gotten significantly better. I'm still not where I want to be. I would like to, by the end of next year, be a 4 or 5. I think a 5 is a good goal. I think a 4 would be a stretch. Not sure if I have the wherewithal to get any further than that, but I would like to play and shoot a subpar round next year. That's also another goal of mine. So yeah, just really looking forward to progressing further, meeting new people that are like-minded, right? So if you're out there and you want to look, if you want to play, whether you want to do a collaboration, if you do filming, you do video, or whatever the case may be, or you just have an Instagram, and I'm not saying just because it's very popular, hit me up if you want to do something. Let's try to figure out how we can do it. Again, I'm here in southeastern Pennsylvania. I don't mind traveling a little bit. Shout out to Josh Rutherford, Slinging It Sports. Almost made it out to, I think it was Victoria, British Columbia this year. Just didn't work out. It was kind of last minute. But shout out to my buddy Brian. He made the move down to Jacksonville. So I'm hoping to get down there maybe this winter, maybe later in the winter, maybe February, March. It's still kind of winter-ish here in southeastern PA. But again, I have a scramble house I can go to whenever I want. And big things happening there. More to come on that. Let's just say Rochester, New York area. You're going to be hearing a lot more about Scramble House coming very soon. So, point of the podcast, talked about a lot. I'm trying to keep these short. One of the things to keep in mind is if you want to be competitive, Or if you just want to, if you really want to know you're getting better, now you can keep a spreadsheet, you can do whatever you want to do, how you want to do it. But imagine getting good, tracking it, and being able to enter different events, right? So here in the Philadelphia area, we have GAP. It's the Golf Association of Philadelphia. And that is, that it's a big association. They have member days, they have playing days, they have Philadelphia Amateur is one of the biggest and best golf events that there is in the country. There's a lot of competitive courses around here. Um, but yeah, get yourself a handicap. It'll pay off at some point, right? It's not that expensive. You can maybe even do it at your local club if you play there a lot. Just ask the local club pro, or you can just go on the USGA website and find out how to do it yourself. Um, but it's about being honest, right? So sometimes you can be a legit 12, or you can be a non-legit 14 and go out and really manage and monitor your handicap, which I know people do, right? I'm not going to go out and post better scores to say I have a handicap of an 8.4 and go out and shoot 120. That I have no interest in that. My interest is going out and playing as honestly as I can. There are people out there. I know them. I see them, and I'm part of uh, not necessarily programs, but I'm part of different things or different we'll just say different events. You can go play in competition, right? If you have to have USGA handicap and a lot of schools, right? So if you're younger and you're listening to this, if you want to play high school golf, a lot of high school coaches want to be sure that you have a legit handicap index. So get yourself an index. Yeah. Again, thank you to Scramble House of Golf, Acorn Hills for supporting me and everything I want to do as far as golf goes. Go check them out for sure. Again, acornhillscode.com. Use the code Bumble15 for 15% off your entire order. Really nice stuff out right now. There's going to be more dropping very soon. And as things progress, we'll see what happens. Maybe there will be more people that are going to be jumping on board. I have some really cool ideas for 2025 that I'm trying to bring into fruition. There's when you surround yourself with people who want to win and people that want you to win, really great things happen. More to come on 2025. I have a lot of really cool ideas. Something I want to do that's more charitable. More to come on that as well. And yeah, keep hitting those hosel rockets into the woods or into the water, whatever you got to do. Make sure you're finding some golf balls while you're looking for yours that may be lost. And that's about it. So I appreciate everyone. Be sure to like and subscribe at the YouTube channel or on Instagram. I am at the Bumbling Golfer. And I really appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to the Golfer Gang Network for always supporting what we're doing here. Shout out to again, all the creators at Acorn Hills for just really ramping up what we're trying to do, trying to help Nate out, build this dynasty. And yeah, go Birds, go Phils. It's going to get real interesting here heading into October and through the end of the year for Philadelphia sports. So um, I hope I don't eat those words, but what are you going to do? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Thank you everyone for listening and or watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you have any ideas you want to come on here, talk about something golf related, let me know. If you're in a profession and golf is something you like to do, either for fun, for torture, or just to get out and get off of the grind of the everyday. Hit me up. I'd love to talk to you about it. All right, man. Thanks everybody. I'll see you later. Bye.